You're probably here because you've seen something in the last week where I went viral. That moment in time will not define me for the rest of my life. It is something that happened. I have no regrets because I was being genuine and being myself. In all honesty, not trying to go viral. What does it do for me? Yeah, it's bringing eyes to me now. Great. I'm gonna leverage that because I'm in business. I understand that part of it, but definitely wasn't trying to go viral.
What's up? Welcome to the You Know's Best Pod. I appreciate your support. In return, I hope I provide you with some worthwhile gems that benefit you on your journey. At the very least, I hope I put a smile on your face. If not, hopefully you share this with someone that does benefit. And I got you next time. Again, thanks for joining today, and let's get this thing going.
Welcome to the Hube Know's Best Pod, where I'm gonna give you the truth, the whole truth, well, as best as I can, so help me God. If you're watching today, maybe you've been watching the podcast. For those that have always followed my podcast, sorry for the long break. I wanted to take time to want to get used to talking with these braces that I have in my mouth now. But priority was spending time with my kid before he turned 2, going into his second birthday, doing a little bit of traveling and spending time with myself, seeing friends, enjoying fruits of my labor. But 3, I got a real career. I have a real life outside of this podcast, outside of social media. And I need to focus on my job and make sure that I hit my goals and, make sure I can continue to fund my podcast as it grows and fund my travels and take care of my kid and take care of my family. Sorry for the wait, but I'm back now. Those of you that are new, you're probably here because you've seen something in the last week where I went viral. Now we're going to get into that situation, but just know, if you're coming here to see more viral clips, see me say problematic things, see me bash women or prove you right or prove you wrong, you might be disappointed because that moment in time will not define me for the rest of my life. Sorry, I just won't let it. But, it is something that happened. I have no regrets because I was being genuine and being myself and, in all honesty, not trying to go viral, But that comes with the territory when it's me because I tend to be a polarizing figure. If you've known me, I've always been strong with my opinions. Do I typically express them as much as I did when I was 18 to 25 or whatever? Not really. Learn a time and place. Maybe there wasn't a time, maybe it wasn't a place to do so. During the episode of Pop the Balloon, but I was just being honest. I was being real. But that said, it happened. And so today I'm introducing a new segment. So if you follow my podcast, typically I have on entrepreneurs or Black people that are in career fields that Black people typically aren't known to be in, and give them a chance to highlight their brand, their person, their story, and share some gems, but also just give you guys an idea that because there is a generation behind us, or several generations behind us, that need to be able to see that anything is possible as a Black person. And so if you come here for negativity or anything, you won't have fun here. We talking positivity, unless you tune into Tots. Tots is where I might be a little negative. I'm typically talk about things I do not like weaves. But this episode, we introduced a new segment, a new way of doing things, Hube's Top 6. Today, we're going to talk about the top 6 comments that I picked. I went through the comments during the week or the last few days, have not read the comments for real. Outside of the first day and me interacting, that was the only energy I gave comments. I didn't go in the shade room. I didn't look at YouTube and really wasn't paying attention to comments that are on any of my posts on Instagram. If I had some time and I felt like trolling somebody, I might respond. But in reality, I don't know you people. And so I don't really care what you have to think about me, what you have to say about me, because it's not going to affect my day. It's not going to affect my life. As long as I can still put food on the table for my son, provide stability for my mother, and continue to be me, y'all comments ain't moving nothing over here for real. So that said, let's get into it. We're gonna look at the top 6 comments. First one. This is a positive one, and I think it's a common theme. I think it should be pointed out first. Now, people might push back on that, but whatever. So he said, yeah, she should have just never wore the wig because she didn't need it at all. That cut in that color was fire. Wholeheartedly, I agree. And why is that? Why did I point out the weave? A lot of people are wondering, why did I point out the weave? Because in reality, I had already said I just popped the balloon because she hesitated. But I wanted to add context as to, hey, you hesitated thinking about me, and I already had my own hesitations. So it's probably just best to pop, right? Again, did I need to add color about me seeing the bump, which I assumed was braids, wrongly. But it did look like a little bump. And I don't, me and Johika talked about it. But look, at the end of the day, Johika, me and her have no beef. I personally think she looked 10, 100 million times better without the wig on. I think the hair accentuated her outfit. It went amazing with her outfit, because I don't know if you guys could see on her back, she had the little gold chains. That was fire to me. And people were asking, like, well, you hadn't popped for her. You didn't pop for the last young lady, Melissa, because she had a weave. I wasn't going to pop someone because they have a weave. Do I like weaves? No. But was I going to pop my balloon because she had a weave? No. That is shallow. That is short-sighted, because she could not wear the weave. I've dated women that wore weaves before they dated me. I expressed I didn't like weaves and whatever, and they stopped. Also, at this point in life, I have enough money that if I have a complaint about something that the woman I'm dating does or wears or whatever, I can pay for her to do whatever I would prefer her to be doing. So that's why I did not initially pop, because she had a weave. But I don't typically like weaves. I really don't like lace fronts. If you follow my podcast, you follow Tots, I hate lace fronts. They look like wigs. As I've said, we used to talk about the old ladies with wigs on, and now y'all wearing them looking like them old ladies. I think she looked fire. The fit was fire when she came out. And for me, as a black man that went to historically black college and university, Howard University, HU, how you dress, how you present yourself is very important. And so that actually caused hesitation for me to not pop, because I thought her fit was fire, which is important to me. So, yes, I thought she looked amazing without the wig in comparison to with the wig. So that's the first comment. All right. I'm going into a negative comment. All right. She said, she is fire. Gosh. So this one's going to be, it's going to unpack a lot of things. This is partially why I picked this one. Yeah, sir. Not going to lie. You did not look like you wanted to be there. And every time you popped your balloon, you look at the other men as if you're signaling them to do the same. Why did you go on the show again? All right. So a lot of things to unpack there. Yes. Fire. We already talked about that last comment. So let's address this. A lot of people were talking about my body language, and my demeanor. So I mentioned on the show that I have a very nonchalant demeanor. I also, right or wrong, have self-diagnosed adult ADD or ADHD. If you're not talking to me, if you're not engaging me, I'm going to do whatever I want to do. Typically, I'm going to be in my phone. But, of course, I can't stand up there in my phone. Also, the other thing is, I'm a big college football fan. And I'm a big Georgia football fan. Georgia was actually playing while we were filming. So I had no distractions to keep me from looking off or whatever. Because once I popped the balloon, in my opinion, from my perspective, I don't really need to pay attention to what they're talking about down there, because it doesn't impact me. So I'm just here chilling. Anytime somebody talked to me, anytime anyone was engaging me, I gave them full eye contact because I don't know any other way to talk to somebody, and was engaged. But once you're not talking to me, once you're not engaged with me, I'm just off in my own little world, and I just be chilling. So I don't really care that people think that my demeanor was disinterested or felt like I didn't want to be there. If I didn't want to be there, I wouldn't have came. I had flew in from Chicago the day before. I actually didn't feel well that day because I was stayed out late in Scottsdale. And so I had a headache. I was exhausted. It was late. That was that. But I'm one of the people that like their body language doesn't necessarily tell how they feel. My body language will deceive you for sure. I saw somebody say I have male RBF. Yeah, I mean, I've always gotten in trouble for my facial expressions, or my look on my face when I was a kid. As an adult, it don't really mean much. Like, I've always been asked, like, are you okay? And I'd be perfectly fine, be happy as hell. My face just might be scrunched up. I don't know why. Maybe I go talk to somebody about it, but I was perfectly fine. I was happy to be there. I was cracking jokes the entire time. You can ask anybody, any of the guys up there, any of the producers, any of the people that were watching. I was having a good time. I was having fun. So yeah. Sorry to disappoint y'all on that one. This one is kind of like I said, multiple layers here. I kept seeing things about me influencing other grown men. Now, is it possible that the other men were influenced by my actions or whatever? It's quite possible, but I'm going to give them a little bit more credit than that. You have Micah next to me. Micah's 42. I don't think I'm influencing a 42-year-old man to do anything, nor do I think I'm influencing a 40-year-old man, to do anything. These men seem very confident in themselves. They don't know me from a can of paint. They don't know my opinions. And typically we weren't really talking about whether or not they should pop the balloon. I'll be like, hey, do you like her? Or whatever. And so if I say, hey, do you like her? And then you pop the balloon, I guess that's your answer, right? I wasn't telling anybody to do anything, like, because I don't really care. I want everybody to find their match if that's the woman that you want to match with, by all means. Because if she's not my match, why would I stand in your way on this show where that's what that's meant for, right? But as we see, most of the time, people do not match. And that just be what it be. I think you typically see 2 to 3 matches a show. Well, at least in my experience. So when I watch, but yeah. And then last part of this, why did I go on the show again? I watched the show. Clearly. How do you get on the show? You fill out the form. They talk about it whenever you watch the show. If you're interested, fill out the form. So I went on the show. I thought it'd be an interesting experience. I don't actually have problem attracting women or getting dates or whatever. I don't know where that came, why that's the assumption, because I'm there. If you know me, I have talked about dating and being open to all experiences. And so I went on the show, see what it was about, see what the experience would be. I didn't have high expectations because I don't know these people. And at the end of the day, you can only get to know so much about these people or these women in a short amount of time. So would it have been great to match with somebody? Sure. But did I think that, hey, I want to go there and I'm putting all my bets and cashing all my chips in and hoping that I find love? No. I thought it would be a cool experience. See what happens. Whatever happened, I was going to have a positive experience. I was going to make the best out of the experience. And so, sorry to disappoint y'all if you didn't like that answer, but that is why I went. All right, next one. This one, again, is about my body language. So you stood there the whole time with your eyebrows raised, swaying like you're above everyone, like nothing or no one is worth your time. Hubert, with that arrogant attitude, you're destined to be alone. No one is going to want to be with someone who acts like they're disgusted by everything and everyone. Good luck finding love. You'll need it. That is news to me, seeing as how I've had multiple girlfriends in my adult life. I've ended, this is not like a brag or anything. I've ended all of those relationships. Not because I was disgusted, but I realized those relationships weren't serving me or weren't serving the young lady, and it had ran its course. But I'm not really concerned about that because I'm not disgusted by anything, everything, and everyone. I think people need to worry about themselves a lot. I think the thing that I learned most about this experience, and I kind of already knew this, was people value their opinions a lot around strangers. Like having this experience of having so many random people comment under my post about me, it's funny because I've never actually, maybe not never, but in general, I wouldn't take time out of my day after seeing a clip like this to go to someone's page and make comments under their post about them. And so it's an interesting experience to see that that people have such strong opinions about a 30-second clip or one view of somebody in one interaction. And so I wasn't disgusted. I'm not disgusted by everything and everyone. Have I been called arrogant before? Yeah. I think I typically border on between confident and cocky. Like, depending on the day, I might sway or go over that line to cockiness. I mean, my line name is Cold and Cocky. So there's that. No, not disgusted by everything, not by everyone. I don't typically consider myself arrogant either, just because I'm very aware of how I look, what I bring to the table, who I am. Yes, I'm wonderfully made by God, but, are there better looking men than me in the world? Of course. Are there men in the world with more money than me? Of course. So to sit there and assume that I'm arrogant or feel like I'm above everyone is just, it's a bit too far for me. It's like a reach because I'm standing up there on stage on a dating show. Let's be real. Come on, think about it. We're on a dating show that's going to be on YouTube. And I think I'm better than everybody. Okay. Y'all got to stop reaching. But it is what it is. This is personal to me. She was responding to someone saying, that's my buddy. True to form. He wasn't trying to go viral. And I want to hone in on that. I wasn't trying to go viral. I didn't say that for Johika to snatch off her wig. Johika snatched off her wig. In that moment, you can ask anybody that was there. I said, oh, we about to go viral. But the funny thing is, I made a point to actually be tame in what I was saying. Because I know I can be very detailed. I can be overly critical. I was raised by a Virgo woman. I observe everything. I was also a short, chubby kid named Hubert wearing glasses. So, yes, when people think I have a defense up, it's not like active, but indirectly, I'm observing everything in case someone says something that I can pick apart. Yeah, I'm human. I look at people, I observe people. As I get older, I'm more introverted, so I'm definitely observing people. And so, no, I wasn't trying to go viral. Did I know based on my personality, I could probably go viral by something I say? Because a lot of times I say shit that I'm not really thinking about. Like, I'm not like, oh, let me not say that or let me whatever. I'm just going to, however I feel, that's typically how I express myself. I say whatever I got to say. I am me. I'm Hubert. I do not care what people think of me that don't know me. Your perception of me, your perspective of me is none of my business because it don't make me no money. Unless you are paying me money, unless you are doing something for me, your opinion is worth, I'm not even gonna say that, but you get the point. So yeah, I was being true to me. Anybody that knows me know that was light. And I'm not saying that to be cocky or arrogant. That was me being light. That was me being chill. I was kind of struggling about how I wanted to say like, hey, your wig looks a little lumpy. I don't know what's going on there. It looked like I guess I could have expounded. But again, I wasn't trying to embarrass the young lady. I was just like, hey, your wig looks like you got the braids are bumpy or something under there and something going on with your tooth. I don't know. I'm not in your mouth. I'm not a dentist. So, but be that as it may, it turned into what it turned into because I wasn't the only person that said something about the wig. She took off the wig, showing that she is versatile with her hair. so be it. I'm not really concerned about being a villain, but I was being myself. I wasn't trying to go viral. I don't care about being viral, because what does it do for me? Yeah, it's bringing eyes to me now. Great. I'm gonna leverage that because I'm in business. I understand that part of it, but yeah, definitely wasn't trying to go viral. All right, next one. Hubert, do you like black women? I'm gonna keep this real fucking simple. Yes, love black women, adore black women. Will marry a black woman. Will teach my son to love black women. So yes, I don't only like black women, I love black women. And anybody that thinks any differently, you're not too smart. You're a little slow. You're a little off. I don't hate black women at all. Ever. Never have. Never hear me bashing black women. Will I talk shit about women just like women talk shit about men? Of course. But most of the time, I talk shit about men. Because we all ain't shit until we are shit for the person that you love. So, yeah, I do love black women. Last one here. She killed him. Deep down, they wanted the balloons back. So that was from Lance Gross. I don't know if she killed us. And that's just me being honest. I think she should have came out that way. I think she shocked a lot of people. If you see me in the background, you can't even see the audio. I was actually encouraging her to take the wig off. Because from my perspective, if you're willing to take the wig off, your shit must be busting under there. You must got something going on, fly under there to want to take the wig off. So from my perspective, I was like, oh, yeah, for sure, take it off. But did that make me regret popping my balloon? No. There are other factors that if we even got to that, the balloon would have been popped. No offense to Johika, but she has 3 children. Me personally, I don't want to have more than three children in my home at any given time. She lives in Fort Lauderdale. That would have been a popped balloon because I'm not moving to Florida. 1, because I don't want to live in Florida. 2, the way my situation is set up with my kid, if I leave the state, I lose custody of my child. My child is, like I said, my first priority. So if you're not moving to Chicago, it's not going to happen. And I'm not moving to Florida. Overall, I think Johika is a wonderful woman. I pray and hope that she finds the man for her in her life. But I don't think that I would, if I was on the street, I would see her and want to talk to her. And that's not saying that she's unattractive, just that it wouldn't trigger me. Just like maybe I wouldn't trigger her to talk to me, right? So, yeah, I think Lance was reaching there. I didn't want my balloon back at all, because I said what I said. But maybe the other men did. I can't speak for them. But all kudos to her for looking fire without the wig. Now, that being said, I appreciate y'all coming on here, watching this episode. Many episodes coming up. We finna do some work. Tune in. We're gonna have some good guests coming in. It's gonna be a lot of me talking. I don't miss the football season started, so some of the stuff I was planning on sharing with y'all probably won't get talked about. But hey, next episode I might talk about my top 6 icks. The top 6 moments of the first half of the year, maybe the first 9 months of the year. I'll update it that way. I travel a lot. We're going to be talking about travel. We're going to be talking about food, good places to eat in Chicago, New York, Houston, whatever. Best accents, worst accents. So we're going to talk about a lot of different things. Y'all going to get to see a lot of my personality moving forward. But that being said, thank you for joining today. I wish you peace, patience, understanding, knowledge, wisdom, discernment, and health, strength, resolve. So be easy or don't, but understand every choice has a consequence and every action has a reaction. Check y'all out. Peace.